What's good, YouTube? It's coffee time. Thanks for tapping in, guys. I'm back with some news, and let's get right off into this, man. Now, first off, I want to know what everyone thinks about this Lil Wayne track, Long Live Von. Once again, rest in peace, King Von. Weezy drops this track, honoring King Von. But also, we got to talk about it, man. Weezy's going in. Dissing Quando Rondo, dissing NBA Youngboy, and is going in, man. He's going in, and listen, we know when it comes to hip-hop beefs dating way back, there's retaliation, and that's the truth a lot of the time, so I get it. Weezy's repping. I didn't know he had a relationship with King Von like that, so I know he wants to honor him and all that, and that's what's up, you know what I mean? But we don't want to see any more violence at the end of the day, do we? But who knows? People want to get back. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got human emotion, anger, and, a lot of times people want to get back. But let's hope it just stays on wax. But like I was covering in those videos where I was talking about a lot of this violence in hip hop, what's happened so crazy with a lot of these Chicago artists, And not just Chicago artists. It's happened with other artists as well. Threats of violence and disses on wax, on music, and on social media has led to real life violence. You know what I'm saying? And, these aren't Chicago artists we're talking about here, only Von. But, Lil Wayne, dissing Youngboy and Rondo. And he is going in. You know what I mean? It's not like he just was like, R.I.P. King Von, F y'all. He's going in talking about taking people's heads off, leaving them in coffins. You know what I mean? And that's putting it lightly. Like, he really goes in on this one. But I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think of the track musically and all that? Join the discussion. Get up in the comments. If you're a new viewer on this channel, the discussion, the comment thread is very important on this channel. I always want to hear from the people. So tap in. You know what I mean? And also, I never claim to be an expert on a lot of these hip hop stories. You know what I mean? I give my take. Certain situations I got inside sources, but not on this at all. So let me know what you guys think about this. Like I said, hopefully cooler heads prevail. But I don't know. Let's move along to the next story, guys. I don't know if you guys remember seeing this pastor, Lentz, right? At this Hillsong church. Bieber was going there. Some NBA stars were going there. A whole bunch of celebrities and athletes and everything were going to this church. And I tell you, this church had a real cult-like vibe to me. You know what I mean? It almost reminded me of some Scientology type ish. Now, from my understanding, it's a Christian church, but I don't know, man. It was just a weird vibe to me. Like, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Bieber was spotted all over with this dude, over the past couple of years, this Lentz guy. From my understanding, he was like a Division II college basketball player. And, he got into being a pastor, but he wanted to be a celebrity too. You know what I mean? And he wanted to give this church a new name, as there was some scandal and some foul-ish that went on with like the founders of the church back in the day, overseas in Australia and New Zealand. But this branch of the church in America, like I said, he turned it into this like elite cult rich people type vibes, if you ask me. You feel me? You guys let me know if you remember seeing this dude. I remember he was getting interviews. He was on Deezus and Mero. He was on all kinds of media outlets and hip-hop media outlets getting interviews and all that. But they fired his ass a couple of days ago. And more info was coming out, man, that this man was cheating. And he was doing it on some, like, creep type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, going on social media. I don't know if he was on Tinder or what this man was doing. But this is very un-Christian-like. You know what I mean? And I just hate to see when someone's scamming or something like that, like using the church to profit. I just think that's real foul. I don't know, man. It rubs me the wrong way. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. But this man was out there living a double life. He linked up with some girl in New York who was involved in the fashion world. I believe she was a designer or something like that. And basically what went down was he had got up with her a couple times, and the chick thought that it was weird that the guy wouldn't tell her his last name. Like I said, it was almost like a double life. He was going on the internet, creeping around for women and putting a whole nother persona up there, trying to make himself look a little different because he's been married for 17 years. You know what I mean? Like a pastor married for 17 years is online, hitting up women, has a fake profile up, trying to change his appearance and saying that he was a 30-something-year-old sports agent and wouldn't give the women his last this girl his last name. You know, she found it odd. His wife ends up finding the messages, and the scandal hit, and the church let this man go. You know what I mean? You guys tap it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. I just thought this was newsworthy. You know, I don't like I said, I don't like all that cult type stuff. I don't like people scamming in the name of the church at all. You know, I'm a spiritual person and all that. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, and this isn't a knock against all churches or anything like that, but a lot of times, you know, this isn't no new thing. People don't know. A lot of churches are all about that money. You know what I mean? They pressure people to really put in the collection plate and all that. And like, you know, in this situation, this is a church for rich people. From my understanding, some of these celebrities were giving up millions. I want to say I heard something like they had a $1 million dome roof on the church or whatever. Who knows? But I just don't like that. You know, like I really feel like you don't have to go to church to be in tune with your spiritual side or with religion. You know what I mean? You could pray from home or whatever. I don't know. I just seen it. You know what I mean? Where there's churches that are really trying to press people to give their money up, you know, and a lot of these churches, people are struggling, you know, and I've seen other churches that are really trying to do for others, you know, like some want people to empty their pockets, and some want to help people who are struggling. And you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to put it on all churches, but I just think this is some extra BS. You guys let me know what you think about it. I just don't like that, you know, like leave God out of it with your scamming in your double life and wanting to be a celebrity in your cult and all that. You feel me? But let's move on to the last story real quick. Nothing too big, but this was newsworthy to me as well. You guys know Baron Davis, former NBA player. You know, he's been involved in making movies. That documentary, we were actually just talking about Lil Wayne in the first news story about the whole King Von track he dropped. He was in that movie that Baron Davis made. I want to say it was back like 08, 09. You guys might remember that Crips and Bloods documentary. Weezy did some interview on there and all that. But Baron Davis has got another project out, a newer one that he worked on with Snoop Dogg and David Arquette. You guys might remember David Arquette. He was in the Scream movies and all that. He was a pretty big star. And a lot of people feel like his downfall in Hollywood had to do with the whole situation with wrestling in WCW where they put the belt on him. I don't know, that it was like he got looked at as being like corny or a bozo. Like, I don't know, the wrestling world hates that happened for all the wrestling fans out there. But I've heard a lot of, you know, narratives that in Hollywood that actually hurt him as well. Who knows? I don't know. But David Arquette worked on this joint with Snoop and Baron Davis, and it's called Domino Battle of the Bones. And they, you know, scored some distribution on this project. So I don't know, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound like it's going to be like a major motion picture. But I don't know. I'm interested in this. Like I said, I was a fan of Baron Davis when he played ball. You know, of course, Snoop Dogg, who don't know Snoop. And I'm also like a fan of David Arquette, some of the movies he was in and everything. So this kind of caught my eye in the headlines. You guys get in the comments and let me know what you think about this. But that's all I really got on this one, guys. Get in the comments on these different stories. Weezy going in, you know, repping for King Von, remembering King Von, showing his love, but also going in on NBA Youngboy and Quando Rondo. Bieber's cult leader, you know, ex-pastor Carl Lentz, disgraced in the public eye, using God's name to scam, man. That's dirty. And, you know, Baron Davis, Snoop, and David Arquette getting some distribution on this project they work on. Let's talk about it in them comments. And new viewers, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. This is Jay Coffee Talk. We cover so many different topics on this channel: music, news, sports, current events, much, much more. We do lives where we open up the phone lines and all that. You can call in. Like, this, join Team Coffee, guys. Content daily, and I always want to hear from you. And that's it, guys. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Peace.